Okay, now Juliet's got a little bit of staining on the inside of her eyes, which is very, very common with a lot of the Maltese. When you have a client that comes in and has staining, make sure you talk to them about diet, and you know, there's certain things that if the dog eats are going to cause some of the staining. If you have, let me just grab that. If they do have a lot of buildup in the inside corner of the eye, what you'd want to do is that should come off in the tub when you wash them. You know, wet it first, let it soften with some moist, you know, warm water. Or if you're at home and you want to keep up with it, wet it first. Take just a warm cloth and wet this area here to soften up those crusties. And this is called a flea comb, and you can see the teeth on this comb are very, very close together. And go away from the dog's eye. And you can see it catches that little bit of matter that's stuck in the inside corners of the eye. And that's the stuff that's going to cake up inside there and cause it to mat or to have the skin get very irritated. So you don't ever want to comb towards the dog's eye. Always comb away from the eye. I'm just using her mustache and beard, her chin hair as my little handle to control her head. So once you've softened it and moistened it, just start right at the inside corner, not digging down hard, because if there is any buildup in there, the comb will irritate it. But if you're a customer at home and you want to keep up with the dog and keep it from getting irritated in there, get one of these nice little flea combs. You can buy plastic ones. This is a metal one, which is very nice, I like. But you can buy little plastic ones and just lift out that hair. Okay, now I'm going to, oops, those different, those, okay.
That's it, the new ones, the ones that were just sharpened.
The ones in my hand?
Yeah.
Okay, what I'm going to start by doing with Juliet is I'm going to take my thinning shears and I'm just going to clean out the inside corners of her eye. And she's got, you can see where the hair naturally grows. It sprouts out this way on the top of her nose, and then it changes direction and comes down, falls down into her mustache. So you don't want to cut any of this hair here, because what will happen is it'll look neat for the day that you're grooming it, but as that starts to grow, it's going to sprout out off the top of her nose and it's going to look terrible. So all you want to do is just this hair that is growing towards the eye. I'm going to go in with my thinning shears and just clean this out right in here.
A lot of times if you're a really experienced groomer, you can come in here with just the corner of your blade and just kind of scoop that out with the blade. But we never want to take the blade and come down the bridge of the nose or clean out under those eyes really heavily, because a lot of times when you shave all that out, as it grows back in, it starts to stick in the eyeballs and they tend to tear a little bit more, and it causes some eye irritation.
If you are going to take a clipper, especially on a white dog like this, if you are going to take a clipper and scoop that out, I wouldn't go any closer than a 15. I probably would start with a 10 blade, because if you go any closer than that, it's going to make a really pink bald spot here, and it's going to stand out. You want to make this a nice, soft, really cute look. So if you go in really tight and scoop out the inside corners of the eyes with a close blade, you're going to make a really terrible pink spot.
Now I know this dog is one of your customers, and this is probably one of those clients that says never cut the ears. Is that right?
I don't know. I think they do.
It looks like they haven't been cut in a long time. But what I see when I look at this dog is Sue's put all this hard work into this dog, and we have these ears that are about 3 inches longer than the actual face. And you can see just by taking these ears up, even with the chin, how much it's going to bring that dog's head up and make it look like it's got a lot more neck.
Okay, and because her staining comes down into her face a little bit, you can see this side's a little darker. If I just top thin a little bit in that area, I can actually remove some of that staining with my thinning shears, so it goes home a little bit cleaner looking, so it's not quite so bright in there. Okay, so that cleans up around her eyes. Then I'm going to comb this forward. And I'm going to do a little visor on her. I'm going to use my thinning shears doing this, and I'm starting from the outside corner of the eye. I'm going to work my way around to the outside corner of the other eye.
By using the thinning shears, she's going to get a nice soft look in this area. It's just like everything else we've done on a drop coat. If you take your straight shears, every time you make a cut with those shears, it actually pushes the hair towards the center of the head. So you wind up having to go back and forth over it. And by using the thinning shears, you can go over it a couple of times, and it turns out a lot more natural and just gives them a lot cuter expression.
she's cute.